Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thank you once again for joining us on Talking Fight for another episode featuring Christian from the Friday night panel and his ongoing exploration of the Olympics, in particular, boxing. So what have you found out today for us, Christian?
Well, just a couple of stories to get through today, Graham. First and foremost, starting off with Kenyan national welterweight champion Elizabeth Akinyi, who is confident that she says that she's going to reach the medal bracket and possibly take home a gold medal at Tokyo 2020. 2020 always in brackets, you guys know that. Boosted by her recent participation in the Konstantin Korotkov Memorial Boxing Championship recently held in Russia. Kenyan said that the increased exposure has definitely emboldened her and upped her confidence for future international championships. Therefore, she says she is determined to become the first Kenyan female boxer to take home a medal from the Olympics. Although European boxers are highly skilled and exposed due to the high quality of their facilities, she said that she is determined to beat those odds at these Olympic Games, saying specifically, "This is a phenomenon which we need to shed immediately, as we are equally as skilled as the rest of the world in boxing, but we," referring to African boxers, "are beaten psychologically by the virtue of our skin color at the beginning of the bout." Now, what she's referring to here is just the psychological intimidation caused by coming from a country where you don't have necessarily the same development in the actual national programs. You don't have the same facilities. There's not the same money being put behind the training of their athletes. So they feel like they're already coming in from a bit of a disadvantage here. But she went on to say, "If our previous boxers could beat European champions in world championships for world titles, what went wrong with our current crop of boxers? We must come out victorious at the Olympics." Now, Kenya is speaking in reference here to the legend and former Commonwealth Games professional flyweight champion, Steve Muchoki, who was the first ever African boxer to win a world title at the World Boxing Championships back in 1978 in the former Yugoslavia. While taking part in her first ever international assignment outside of Africa, Kenya lauded the exposure she was receiving in Russia, saying that the difference cannot be matched by African boxing tournaments at the moment, saying African tournaments cannot be compared with European championships, which are highly competitive and skilled compared to the rest of the world, but they are beatable. Sorry. She said that her participation in the Russian championships had come at the right time for her when she was confident of winning a medal at the Olympics. So the added exposure and the added experience going a long way for her. Now, at these Russian championships, Akinyi was beaten in the first round of the welterweight fight by Maria Moronto of Dominican Republic to finish fifth in that weight category. And that was alongside Commonwealth Games flyweight bronze medalist Christine Ongare. They were pardon me, and they were joined by 2015 Africa Boxing Championships lightweight gold medalist Nick Okoth and Africa Zone 3 super heavyweight gold medalist Eli Ajawi. So all four of these boxers have qualified for the Olympics, so we will be seeing them a little later on once we get into Tokyo. And a couple of names to look out for. Definitely Christine Ongare and Nick Okoth are going to be powerhouses and ones to watch out for here. But Africa, they're ramping up. We already have our qualifications from that side of the world, kind of thing, and we're going to be looking forward to seeing our European friends, finishing out their lineups coming up very shortly, as well as the final. Now we're into June officially. We'll also start seeing the final lineups from our friends here in North America, because not everyone here has finalized the team that will be sent to the Olympics as of yet. But we will obviously keep you guys up to date as we get a little closer to that. And we'll be profiling some more boxers once we get closer as well, some locals as well. But looking right now to a tournament that just wrapped up just yesterday, or is it the final closing ceremonies are going on as we speak right now? It's the ASBC Asian Championships. Uzbekistan won 6 gold medals as the men's finals brought the Asian Boxing Championships to Dubai to a close. Reigning world champions Shakobidin Zwirev and Bakodur Jalalov were among the 6 Uzbek boxers to earn Asian crowns at the second lightest and heaviest weights, respectively. Zverev, who also won a gold medal at Rio 2016, you guys will remember, finished strongly to beat India's Asian Games champion Amit Pangal 3-2 on the judges' scorecards in a standout flyweight final. Although I believe Pangal's camp is actually contesting those scorecards as we speak. So we'll see if anything comes of that. One class down in the under 49 kilogram final, Uzbekistan's Nurjan Mirzakhmedov outclassed teenage fighter Daniel Sabit of Kazakhstan and won on all 5 of the judges' scorecards. So in the super heavyweight final, the last bout of the tournament and another encounter pitting Uzbekistan against Kazakhstan, Jalalov beat Kemshaibek Kunkabayev just as he did at the final of the 2019 World Championships. Jalalov established his dominance early on, and on all 5 judges' scorecards, he was the winner. Jalalov has now won 3 Asian Boxing Confederation titles in a row. Bobo Usman Badarov at the 69 kilogram category, Saeed Jasmid Jafarov at 75 kilograms, and Deshadbek Ruzmatov at 81 kilograms also won gold medals for Uzbekistan, with the nation being victorious in more than half of yesterday's 10 finals. World champion Mirzak Alilov was a rare Uzbekistan loss yesterday, though, coming up short in the 56 kilogram final against Mongolia's Enk Amar Kakaru, who overcame a rocky start to record a 3-2 upset on the scorecards. Erdenebet Sensparar retained the 60 kilogram crown, and Chinzoreg Badarsuk won in the one division up in the light welterweight as Mongolia earned 3 gold medals on the final day of the ASBC marquee event. India's Sanjit Kumar won yesterday's other final in the 91 kilogram category, getting a split decision victory over Vasily Levitt of Kazakhstan, who was Rio's 2016 runner-up and also a 3-time Asian champion. Let's see, 13 of the 20 finalists in the action at the United Arab Emirates yesterday have already qualified for the 2020 Olympics. With 8 golds in all from Sunday, all from Sunday's women's finals, Kazakhstan topped the medal table, with Uzbekistan behind with 7, having won the most overall medals with 18 in total. But that wraps up this year's ASBC men and women's Asian Championships. And so at this point in time, we're going to start seeing a lot of these people. Everyone's headed back to national training camps now as we start to gear up for the actual games themselves, which, as we know, are under 2 months away now. And we're starting to get excited, especially with this Friday's qualifier. We should be looking at the full table by this time next week. Or by the end of next week, we should have at least an idea what the full Olympic table is going to look like. So it's getting exciting, Graham.
Well, that certainly is an understatement. I'm looking forward to what happens on the North American side, well, the Americas in general, and in particular Europe. It's going to be fantastic. Sprint to the finish, as they say, and Tokyo Olympics is looking good. Right.
Well, not our usual commentary going on the side there, other than Roger. Good to see you, buddy.
That's funny. All right, on. I'm glad to hear Roger's paying attention to the Olympics side of things as well. I look forward to his comments on an upcoming panel, perhaps. In the meantime, thanks very much for your report today, Christian, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I'll be here.